take a little breather there. We're coming into our second segment here, and welcome back to the show. Sorry, I know that monologue was kind of long-winded, a little bit controversial to some, but it's the truth, and I believe in speaking the truth. And that's it. I'm going to give you 100% of what I am. Nothing less. Because I don't believe in touting some other message. And I really don't agree with what's going on. We need to have strong leadership in this country that's going to save us from this mess. Need somebody of, God-fearing character. We need to all get up and become leaders. We need to do that. It's not about this communist drivel, because that's what's going on here. Because I've got a lot of news stories that I actually want to cover today. We got quite a bit. Okay, so let's get into it. Here we go. Big story, Russian anti-terror troops arrive in Syria. A Russian military unit has arrived in Syria, according to Russian news reports. A deployment that United Nations Security Council source told ABC News was a bomb certain to have serious repercussions. Okay? So you got Sputnik troops out there training now. West changes policy in Syria as Russia's power rises. You think this thing is over with Russia? You think the Cold War is over? Oh, man, you have no idea. Number of Syrian refugees exceeds 16,000 in Turkey. So people are freaking out and they're leaving. Syria amassed huge arsenal of Russian weapons before uprising. After a winter of bloodshed, President Bashir al-Assad deployed tanks and rockets to pulverize his own cities. Figures released yesterday showed that Damascus splashed out millions of dollars both before and during anti-government uprising in an effort to develop an enormous arsenal of largely Russian-made weapons. Doesn't sound too good, does it? No, that's a dangerous situation to happen. All these stories, of course, you guys can follow if you go to truenews.com, trunews.com, or theblaze.com. Assad to Anan. Syria missiles will preempt any military intervention. Ooh. So they got their Scuds sitting out there now. The Middle East has unknowingly been living for 10 days under the threat of regional war, which Debka Files military sources disclose was delivered by Syrian President Bashar al-Assad to UN Arab League peace envoy Kofi Cup Annan, when they first met Saturday, blah, blah, blah. It's just more bad news, folks. More gloom and doom over there in the Middle East, unfortunately. Things are heating up. North rocket launch site said to be similar to Iran's. They're talking about North Korea. Okay? North Korea's new rocket launch site looks similar to Iran's cruise ballistic missile facility. A non-governmental defense source provider said a report issued by the U.S. online defense site globalsecurity.org in 2011 said the statistic rocket motor tests stand at the Tongchang-dong site is similar to one observed at the Shahid Hamat facility east of Tehran. Okay, so that should, if you have a brain between your ears, that should tell you they're working together. North's rocket launch to be hot topic at forum. Japan ready to shoot down North Korean rocket if necessary. Okay, U.S. war game sees perils of Israeli strike against Iran. Washington, a classified war simulation held this month to assess the repercussions of an Israeli attack on Iran forecasts that the strike could lead to a wider regional war, which could draw the United States and leave hundreds of Americans dead. I think that's a misprint there. According to American officials, the officials say the so-called war game was not designed as a rehearsal for military action, and they emphasize that the exercise results were not only possible outcome of a real-world conflict. Ugh. Oh, this is disgusting. Okay. They got a picture. Oh man, I should post this on my website. This'll freak you out. You got a picture of Obama here with these dark sunglasses, his little Hitler hat on. Looks like a uniform that Napoleon would wear. He's got all these medals on him. Obama raises eyebrows with an executive order revising authority to nationalize resources for defense. President Obama's signature on an executive order that updates presidential authority to take control over national defense resources in a time of emergency has legal minds arguing over whether the White House is trying to expand power or merely organize rules 18 years in the making. I'll give you a clue, okay? This guy is trying to grab as much as he can because he's trying to set himself up to become the next dictator. Coney, 2012 director, rants at devil in meltdown. Okay, that's not... High Court won't hear appeal by Christian groups. That's pretty typical. U.S. accelerating cyber weapon research. Okay, Pentagon is accelerating efforts to develop a new generation of cyber weapons capable of disrupting enemy military networks and even those networks that are not connected to the internet. Okay, well, that can be good, bad, or worse, depending on your point of view. Internet's economy to hit $4.2 trillion by 2016. That is, if it isn't shut down by the communist vermin. Laos shooting. Same gun and motorbike used in Jewish and soldier attacks. God, this is getting bad. This is France. Jewish institutions worldwide beef up security after shooting attack in France. Manhunt in France for racist serial killer as 4 shot dead in Jewish school. Automation is considered for checking IDs in airports. Obama's budget would add $6.4 trillion to the debt. Are you insane? When's enough enough? See, their idea is, oh, let's just spend our way out of it. It doesn't work that way. You got to have something that you're selling. No business will function that way. Even your household won't. It's common friggin' sense. You got to produce something or have a service of some kind or produce things to sell in order to make a profit. And we're not doing that. We need to be drilling oil, like I said in the last hour. We need to be drilling oil. We need to start mining again. We need to return industry into this country. We need to get rid of all these regulations that are regulating businesses right out of the country. We need to do that. Vatican bank image hurt as J.P. Morgan closes account. CDS boosts as Greece default leads to $2.5 billion payout. Ooh. World's fastest growing oil frontier. Collapsing natural gas prices have yielded an unexpected boom for North Dakota shale oil bonanza. See, this is what we need to be doing. I've been saying this forever. We need to be drilling this oil. We need to be self-sufficient. OPEC recycles U.S. dollars into debt faster than other foreigners. World's largest aluminum producer takes 1.4 billion write-down. Microsoft could be working with a gaming helmet and eye gear for those of you who are into the gaming scene. Strange sounds stump Clintonville. That's, I don't know. Some explosion-like sounds. And Wapaka County community. That's Clintonville. Don't know anything about this place. It seems like a small town in the middle of nowhere. I don't know. That's kind of speculative. And then, other news today. High school students drown out pro-union protesters with chants with stand with Governor Walker. Good for them. So you got these communist vermin going in there and protesting again in Wisconsin. All right. Beck. Progressive mission accomplished. Damn. Well, now they're trying to say that communism is cool. And I just spent the last hour saying it wasn't, and these people are a threat to our country, and we should not comply, and we need to kick every last one of the bums out of this country and bring them up on charges of treason and hang them from the Liberty Tree. Ooh, that was extreme. Can't say that. Oh, well, watch me. I just did. Italian mayor releases prohibition on dying. Okay, that's crazy. Rick Santorum reacts to Obama allowing daughter to vacation in Mexico. Who cares? That's non-news. Mr. Romney, Republican in name only, wins Illinois primary. 400-pound escapee gorilla bites zookeeper before vet subdues it. Well, non-news. Maybe is maybe one term enough? New video reveals the road we've really traveled. Like I said last hour, if you want this to keep going on, you're an enemy of the state. You want communism and this kind of radical crap and this Nazi crap going on, you're an enemy of the state, you're an enemy of the republic, you're an enemy of the Constitution, you're an enemy of everything America and the West stands for. And like I said, you need to be expatriated. You need to go to a communist or Islamo-fascist country of your choosing, or you need to be brought up on charges of treason and dealt with accordingly. And what do I mean by accordingly? I'm not going to mince it. It means that you will be dealt with through the speedy trial and dealt with. Okay? So keep that in mind. You want to do it to us. You want to put us in, re-education facilities or whatever you friggin' leftist kook balls want to do to us. And if we don't comply, you're going to kill us. Well, why don't we just kill all the communists? That's what we should have done a long time ago. And this is where I'm going to go into another rant. We should have killed all the communists after World War II. Gone into Russia, taken care of that mess, just kept on going. And then we should have taken out North Korea, and we should have taken out the Viet Cong and the North Vietnam. And we should have put a stop to all this crap. But no. You know why we didn't? Because we had communists already infecting our country at that point with progressivism. Okay? They were already there. They were already here since the 1800s, folks. Since the 1800s. They should have been dealt with then. We should have known, okay, this is a foreign idea. This is a bad idea. You guys need to go back to your little utopia land. Your little land of lollipops and gummy bears and Marxism. You need to go back there. You're not going to do it here in America. We're just not going to stand for it. We need to Stand up for the Constitution.